Alrighty, everybody. Good evening.
Welcome back to a really cold stream.
Man, we are getting quite the cool down. Also, a bit of lake effect snow happening now. Ooh, we got a snow squall warning just got issued. Hold on a minute. It's for Pennsylvania up by Clearfield, Kerwinsville, I think it is. Du Bois, Lutherburg, Treasure Lake, Penfield. But what's up, everybody? Good to see ya.
Hope everyone is doing well. Goodness, though, yeah, we're definitely having quite some
decent lake effect going on right now, though. Got all kinds of mess happening. But anyways, folks, hope everyone's been doing good. So you guys could just see all the mess down here. Holy cow. Yeah, believe it or not, we actually have freeze warnings in effect for Florida. They go all the way down to like Ocala, Florida, which is like pretty wild, actually. We still have that one flash flood warning there. Let's see here. This has been here for like ever. But anyways, folks, hope everyone's doing good. Welcome everybody who's joining in here.
So we're just going to be touching up on the current weather, going to talk about what's going on here. Like I said,
Obviously, we have this really big cool down that's going on right now,
but it's actually bringing quite a bit of snow as well. Like right now, we have a snow squall for Pennsylvania. This is actually just here on the central side, out here by Clearfield, out by Kerwinsville, Woodland, Wallacestown, and West Decatur. Got a bit of really heavy snow coming on out here. Let's see. This is... Radar's pulling up like 32 dBz. Is that 38 dBz? That's pretty high for snow. Definitely coming down pretty good out there. Let's see what they actually have on
that warning there. So they mentioned snow squall. Let's see. Intense bursts of heavy snow, gusty winds leading to blowing snow, visibility rapidly falling less than a quarter mile. Winds up to 35 miles per hour. Radar and webcams here. Let's actually see if we have any webcams that we can actually look at. I think Pennsylvania
actually has some pretty good webcams here.
So maybe we'll actually be able to pull some of those up here.
Possibly. Here we go. I think this is the site that we used to use. Here we go.
Here, let me bring you guys over here. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. Let's see. So if I turn on, there should be a camera option somewhere. It's been a minute since I've done this here. Let's see. Stations. We'll turn on weather stations here. See if we get any data. Here we go. So we're gusting about 30 out there. We do have some cameras, actually, looks like. Huh. I don't know if we have any live cams or not. Possibly. Definitely do have quite a bit of, oh, here we go. Here's our cameras. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah, we do have video, thankfully. I knew there was somewhere.
So, let's see.
So this is out by Clearfield. Is where we have that warning there. Let's see. So that's out by this way. Ooh, here we go. I think we're getting close. So there's Clearfield. Oh, yeah, they're kind of in some of the heaviest of it right here. Maybe, oh, perfect video. This should be perfect. Ah, there it is. You guys can see it's coming down pretty good. So this is in Clearfield. This is where this snow squall is up here right now. They also mentioned, like we said, 35 mile an hour winds here coming up here too with this. Definitely quite a bit. Yeah, you gotta watch out for these because these can make conditions pretty rough. Can make the conditions pretty rough. Really bringing down the visibility and making it pretty dangerous. Let's see here. What's up, Resh? Good to see you. 28 degrees Fahrenheit in Bean Station, Tennessee. That's a little chilly. Yeah, it's supposed to get really cold here in Florida. I'm actually here in Central Florida. For you guys, this ain't nothing, but it's supposed to get down to 34 here. Wind chills as low as 25 where I'm at. That's right here in Central Florida. I mean, that's like really ridiculously cold for us.
Yeah, I was explaining in our Discord server earlier. It's like that
for a lot of you folks up at like towards the Ohio Valley and stuff.
This is like our equivalent of like
your guys' 20 to 10 degree threshold. So I mean, it's cold for us. Yeah, it included Tampa and stuff. Luckily, the coastal areas actually are a little bit warmer because they have the water around that's pretty warm, and it keeps the air a little bit more warmer here. Let me actually bring up some MEDAR stations here and see what we got going on. North America, here we go. Yeah, surprisingly, it's not warm by much, but it is a little bit warmer, yes, than the interior. Like right now, interior Florida is like lower 50s right now. Like coastal Florida out by like kind of near like West Tampa here. It's like mid upper 50s. What's up, Gabby? Is there a chance of flurries in central North Carolina? I don't know. Let me look. I'll pull it up for you. Here, let me pull up the models real quickly. I don't think they're supposed to go that way. I think a lot of them is going to be like for the Ohio Valley, but I'll check to make sure. Let's see. Precip. What's up, Cheryl? Good to see you. We'll do snow composite reflectivity. Here we go. Man, it's like the first time we're breaking this thing out of the year, man. It's not too common that we've been doing this here lately. All right, let's see here. All right, so if I play this in motion, here we go. Okay, so this is the latest HRRR. Actually, we'll go to the 0 UTC run here. Okay, so you can see according to the 0 Zulu HRRR, it does suggest maybe some snow showers, mostly for like the upper elevations out there of like western North Carolina. I'll tell you what though, we'll take a peek at radar, see if there's anything out there right now. But I wouldn't count on much happening. Yeah, it kind of looks like there might be a little bit of something going on out there right now. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. It actually looks like southern North Carolina. We're actually getting a little bit of snow right now. Towards like Lumberton area. Very interesting. Cheryl says, good evening. I'm snuggled in bed with my electric blanket. Yeah, don't blame you. Let's see here. We're getting snow flurries here in Florence, South Carolina. Really? You guys are getting it that low? Let's see, where is Florence? I know Florence somewhere. I don't remember where Florence is. Let's see. Where was Florence? Man, I swear, like let me just look it up. Let's see, Florence, South Carolina. Here we go. That's right. You guys are kind of like northeastern. It's kind of. Oh, there you guys are. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, radar does show it. You can see the blue. That's a bit of snowfall. Also watching Monday Night Football. Nice. Enjoy. Yeah. I mean, we're definitely getting a little bit out there. We do have some cams like we pulled up here in. We'll bring you guys back over to this. We do have some cams up in Pennsylvania for that snow squall up here in Clearfield. We'll go and bring this back up here for you guys. You can see it's coming down pretty good. I mean, it's not the most high-resolution camera you'll ever see, but you can definitely look at that traffic light there. You can see also a bit of accumulation, it looks like, on the sidewalks here. Let me try the other camera here. We have another one down the road a little bit, right here at the intersection. Yeah, it looks a little hazy out there. See, close to autumn. Oh, close to Sumter. I don't know what you meant by that. No, I got you. See, you live in Lake City, South Carolina. Mother called me, told me it was snowing in like Florence, like 30 to 40 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, radar shows it. You know, we got the blue there. That's showing the snow precip type. So I mean, yeah, it's looking like it is snowing out there.
I mean, it's not anything like significant over there, but I mean, it's the first snow of the season for quite a few people.
Here, let me try another cam here. So that was. Let's go a little further. Oh yeah, look at that. There's an intersection here you guys can see. Wow, there's actually a little bit of accumulation going on here. Look at that. You guys can actually see there's a bit on the side here. On the side of the road. We got a little bit in the middle here too. Yeah, we got to watch out for black ice and stuff like that too. You know, because some of these roads are probably still a little warm. You know, it'll cause all that to melt a little bit. You know, once it comes in contact with the ground, it'll melt a bit. And then, of course, the cold temps could just come along and freeze it. Yeah, it looks like some of the heaviest is pulling out of Clearfield area right now. Let's try Woodland. Oh, that's the one we just looked at. There's another camera to the north here. Yeah, this looks pretty, looks like visibility is kind of bad over here. I mean, this is right where that snow squall is, so, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's coming down pretty good. Usually we don't get snow, but when we do, it's usually until, like, the middle of January. Yeah, this is a pretty uncommon system here that we're dealing with. I mean, you know, like I was mentioning with these temps and everything like that, I mean, we didn't even get this cold as we're getting tonight all of last year where I'm at. So Florida, where I'm at in Central Florida, we had that snowstorm up north, but I'm in Central Florida. So it was in the 40s whenever that system came through in last January. And it's supposed to get down in the lower 30s here, mid-lower 30s where I'm at, which is going to already be the colder than it has been at all last year. Which is pretty wild. And we're literally in kind of early mid-November. I mean, this is uncommon for this time of the year. This is just wild. I mean, if an event like this happened during the wintertime, it would have been a lot more significant. This would have been like a polar vortex type of event if it was like winter months, you know. What's up, Carrot? Good to see you. See, we already got snow in Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if it's still snowing or not. I don't know. Gotcha. Yeah, black ice, not good, Cheryl. Jetstream is going insane today. I bet it is. Yeah, let's actually pull it up here. We'll bring up our meso analysis real quickly. Bring this down over here to you guys. All right, let's see. We'll do mid-level. Holy cow. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Look at that, dude. Northern Florida, what is that? Oh my gosh, that's well over 100 knots. That's like mid-level flows like 120 knots over northern Florida. Whoa. 300 millibar height is like 150, 160 knots. That is like ridiculously fast. Look at that big old trough here. Massive, massive. See our lower levels. Yeah, so our lower levels are spreading out here. Let me draw a little something for you guys here. We'll bring up our pin so I can draw on the screen for y'all. So in the lower levels of the atmosphere, oh, of course it's going to mess up here. Let me restart this program here. But the lower levels, the winds are going out, and in the upper level winds, they're changing, going like this. I'll show you. Yeah, Carrot, 120 knot mid-level flow. That's pretty wild. See, and like I said, upper level flow is about 140, which is ridiculous. Very crazy here. Okay, so in the lower atmosphere, the winds are coming down like this, kind of spreading all out. You know, this air mass coming in here from up north. You know, this big high-pressure ridge that's building in on the back side of the system. So our lower level winds are moving like this, right? So then you got the mid and upper level winds, you know, higher up in the atmosphere. They're actually doing something like this. They're kind of going this way. So think of it like pancakes. You know, there's different layers here in the atmosphere, and the winds are not always parallel. They are they're a little bit different at different altitudes. And in this case, the lower levels, we got all this cold air rushing down to the south. And then in the mid-upper levels, we have all the air that's kind of riding the slide there, riding that trough, which is pretty wild. Let's see, Mother Nature's all over the place. This coming weekend, they're saying severe storms are possible. Really? Here, let me check on severe weather real quickly. Let's see. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, my friend. All right, categorical outlook. So nothing today, nothing tomorrow. Day 3, we look good. I don't think we have anything going on. At least not that I've seen. Yeah. Yeah, SPC don't have anything on their outlook right now. Yeah. Yeah, Cheryl, I'm not seeing any severe weather. You can see right here from SPC, no severe today, no thunderstorms tomorrow, no severe Wednesday, and there's no areas at risk. So as of now, there's no severe weather in the forecast here from Storm Prediction Center. So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's, you know, things can change, but right now it's not significant enough that's bringing up by the SPC. See, remember last Thanksgiving it was like mid-70s and had shorts and t-shirt on. Girl, yeah. It's already started off to be a little different than it was last year. Like, if we're already getting this cold during November, it's making me wonder, like, what we're going to be dealing with later on in, like, the real cold months, like January, February. You know, that's when it really gets real. You know, that's like the heart of winter there. I mean, we're still literally in fall, and we're going to be in fall for over a month still. Yeah, because fall's not until, I believe, December 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Somewhere around there. It's somewhere kind of later December, just before Christmas. It's in the 20s. Between the 20th and the 25th is when it becomes wintertime. See, judging by the models, we might start to have a possible severe weather turn and cold temperatures in the south. Here, let me look at the extendo range models, and we'll we'll do a little bit of a look here. Let's see. I'll bring you guys back over here. All right, let's do U.S. First of all, I'm actually going to bring up instability. So this is basically, y'all, what we're looking at here. Is this the instability or the fuel in the atmosphere for storms? So, you know, you can see this frontal system that's coming through, you know, that's pushing all of the warm air out of the country. You know, all that cold air is coming down from up north. I mean, really shooting pretty far down to the south here. So this is all the fuel for storms, which is going to stay away from the U.S. for the most part. I mean, you can see there's really no instability showing up for the next couple of days. I mean, a little bit of instability with the system coming in the west there, you can see. Not really a whole lot of anything, though. Okay, so yeah. It looks like kind of maybe in about a week or so, we might have another system pulling through. Look at that. Wow. You know what? So GFS shows this kind of low here. It has another little cold front coming through. You know, you got that cooler air on the backside kind of pushing in. And then you got that warmer air advection ahead of the cold front here, kind of pulling in. It's bringing a lot of moisture and all that good stuff.
Wow. Okay, pretty decent kinematics too, it looks like. See dew points. Got some good advection, yeah. Let me try the 12 UTC run here. Okay, it's a little bit different. Let's see here. It's not all the same, but there's consistency. Seems like it's trending north. See, this is the 06 UTC run from earlier this morning. And you can see a lot of that instability is pretty far down. And on the latest model, you can see it goes a lot higher up. So, we'll have to see. So you're thinking the air is too dry? And in this scenario, with this upcoming storm here, I mean, looking at the dew points and stuff, here, let's bring up our dew points. I mean, we're going to be well in the 60s, which this would be good. If this setup happened, yeah, 60, even 70 degree dew points in some spots is, good amounts of moisture. Right now, obviously, you can see, I mean, the dew points right now are just super ridiculously low. Oh my gosh, dude, look at that. It's not every day that you see a dew point of like 10 degrees in Central Florida. I have a mesonet I'll bring up real quickly. So if you don't know what a mesonet is, it's a fancy weather station. It's not a... It's more of a scientific grade instrument. So this was what me and my friend made here. This is live at my house, like 7 feet away from me right now. Yeah, so you can see the temps. They've been plummeting. We only had a max temp today of, what was that? No, not 55. It was probably like 63, 64 maybe. Max temp today. You can see whenever the sun came out, it oscillated due to uneven heating. And once the sun went down, you can see that the temperature has kind of smoothed out here. This is whenever the front was hitting here. You can see there's really big, sharp, jagged edges in the temperature, which is really weird. The temps were like oscillating just before this cold front hit, and you can see it kind of slowed down, then gradually started dropping, and then the dew point really crashed. What was this? About like 11 UTC. It's like earlier this morning. But yeah, I mean, right now the dew point here is 43, and the models here show it getting down in like 10. Ridiculous. I mean, yeah. Yeah, kind of where I'm at now here. Yeah, that's something crazy to look at right here. I mean, the dew points across much of the country is extremely low. Humidity is probably really low, too, across a lot of us here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the south is real dry. But it looks like next week, though, like what GFS was suggesting, it looks like it might pick back up a little bit. We might get some more moisture eventually flooding back in. Let me look at Euro. It's good to compare models here. Okay. Well, Euro does show some forms of advection. You can see all that air coming up from the Gulf. Look at the instability. Yeah. Keeping it pretty far to the south, fuel-wise for storms and stuff. But it's definitely there. So there's Euro, and then here's GFS here. Definitely a little bit of difference still, because, I mean, it's to be expected, considering it's like, a couple days out, or several days out, so there's going to be some differences there. A little bit of a trough here, which is pretty wild. Yeah, so that'll be, kind of looks like sometime next week. Yeah, look at that. We actually get a
have a long wave trough here, and it kind of detaches from the main jet stream, becomes a short wave trough, almost like a little cyclone, as you will. And it impacts the west here, rolls to the southern plains, still holding on to some of its kinematics here. And then by then it'll start to drag up some of that warmer air and stuff. Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be something to look out for. For sure. Let's see what it is up here. You look over by Cleveland. We do have quite a bit of... oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, got quite a bit of lake effect out there by Cleveland area right now, it looks like. I'll play that radar view for you guys. Yeah, so basically what's happening right now is, given these, the lakes are still relatively warm. The water's relatively warm, and, you're basically throwing a whole bunch of really cold air over the warm lakes, and that'll, get those snow generators started pretty much here. Let's look back at that snow squall warning here. We do have a snow squall warning still in effect for central Pennsylvania, out by Clearfield and Woodland area. Here, let me bring back up our camera here. We do have a couple cams, thankfully. It's up by Woodland now, it looks like. This is Phillipsburg. Okay, this is kind of where it's at right now. Here, let me maybe go to a closer town view. Here we go. Well, these cameras are old. Probably from the 90s. I mean, these cameras are pretty old. I mean, maybe 2000s, early 2000s, maybe. I mean, they're traffic cams. They're not meant to be anything like spectacular, but well, yeah, a lot of these are real old systems. Try some of these other cams here. Yeah, it's too dark. Here we go. Yeah, this one you can kind of see. It looks like there's some snow on the side. Still a little bit too dark. Yeah, I think the best view we had was out here. Ooh, this is a good one. Yeah, the roads look wet, which is bad. Remember, if the roads look wet, it doesn't mean that it's just water. It could mean that it's black ice, too. I mean, it could be water, but you want to be careful. Here, let me actually bring up the snowfall accumulation map here. Let's see. Observations. Let's see here. Where is... Man, they've changed pivotal weather quite a bit. It's like trying to figure out how to navigate this. Here we go. Observe snowfall. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, what'd I do? I did something. Yeah, but look at that. Quite a bit of snow here. It's been observed. Like a traceable amount has been observed across a lot of the Ohio Valley here. You can kind of see, especially out there by like Ohio, bits of Kentucky, Indiana. Looks like we've had a decent amount of accumulation out by like Indiana here. Seems like that's just shy of a foot, between like 6 to 12 inches has been observed down here, like northwest. What was that, by like Fort Wayne area, I think? Is that where it's at? I have so many tabs open. Here we go. No, Fort Wayne. Okay, yeah. No, I meant towards out like South Bend area. Yeah, Fort Wayne, I forgot. Yeah, northeastern Indiana. See, the snow's pretty crazy. Yeah. This whole system's pretty crazy. It's supposed to bring some pretty gusty winds here, too. bring up the models over here again for you guys. Yeah, let's look at the winds. Surface, accumulated max wind gusts here. Yeah, it's gonna get a little gusty. Yeah, and then once that high pressure builds back in, we're gonna get a lot more gusty winds out there. It looks like the Midwest is gonna get a little windy here. That's like the 11th. That's tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like it'll be a little windy towards the central southern plains and like the Midwest here tomorrow. So we gotta look out for that. Let's do GFS here. Yeah. Seems like all the models really pick up on that. I mean, it's pretty short term, so it's expected. What's up, Roby? You ready for spring? Me too. I'm already tired of this, and it hasn't even started. It's not even winter yet, guys. You gotta remember, it's still spring. Which sucks. I hate that it's still spring, and it's... we're already dealing with this. What's up, Beam? Good to see you. How are we looking in Georgia? Cold. Looks like you're about near freezing right now, actually. Out by you. You're under a freeze warning. See sub-freezing temperatures of 20 to 27 across all of north and central Georgia. Even lower temperatures in elevated areas of northeast Georgia. Widespread freeze is expected. Oh yeah. Quite a bit. I'm not seeing any snow or anything out there. This is all just clutter, by the way. Yeah, snow shouldn't reach that far south. Beam, just a whole lot of cold from what it looks like. Here, I'll bring up the model temperature here. Let's do HRRR. Yeah, let's look at the HRRR temps. Dynamics. Surface. We'll do 2 meter temperature view. Here we go. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at it get colder and colder. So tonight, coldest time is gonna be like 6, 7 o'clock. Yeah, Beam. It'll probably be upper 20s tonight for you. Oh wow, look how cold it gets up in the upper elevations of like western North Carolina. Holy cow, look at that. Single digits maybe in some spots. That's what HRRR suggests. Whoa, that is really cold. During like the Appalachian Mountains. Really, really cold temps. I mean, yeah, look at that view. That's just ridiculous. Over here, I'm out by Lakeland area. I'm not going to go exactly where I'm at, but right in here is where I'm at. It's like 30, mid-30s. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we actually have freeze warnings all the way down to like Ocala, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's just very cold. Let's see, Miami. I mean, Miami's going to be even pretty freaking cold in the mid-40s. Wow. Beam says you're cold. Yeah, me too. It's going to be cold, man. It's already cold here. Like I said, this for us is freaking really cold. See, it's 53 here right now. So this is my weather station here out in Lakeland. 53 out here, 43 dew point right now. Humidity's going up a little bit, actually. You see it's gradually rose. I'm expecting that dew point to really crash. Same with the temperature here pretty soon. I mean, because with that front coming through, we're getting on the back end of it, which it'll really start to drop. We're getting towards the deep end. Your bees stored a lot of honey this year. Nice. Yeah, and then tomorrow night will be pretty cold as well. It shouldn't be at... Wait, what? Wow, you know what? Looks like, look at that. Looks like we might get some freezing temps up in Florida also for tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Wednesday morning. Goodness. No, Roby, we're good. No, thank you. Here, let's bring up our winds here again. It's our wind gusts. Yeah, it looks like it's going to get pretty windy here. HRRR kind of shows like winds calming down a little bit for now, but then picking back up maybe within the next couple of hours here. Huh. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the upper elevations of like the Appalachians are going to get pretty windy up there too. And of course, like I said, tomorrow we gotta look out for some real strong winds out here by the Midwest here, especially like southwest Missouri, like Joplin area, Springfield. Go get pretty windy, 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts possibly. Yeah, pretty crazy storm though. I mean, like I said, I mean this is just not very common that you really see. Come on. I'm trying to load up the vorticity here. Guess it's just not wanting to load. Maybe it's too cold. Let's see, you're 30 minutes from Joplin. Oh, okay, then you're probably going to get some pretty gusty winds then. Yeah, models were suggesting it. Single color. There we go. Now we got ISO bars. We'll make them a little bit thicker here too. Yeah, you see that tight pressure gradient? So the pressure, it drops like pretty quickly over a short distance. So yeah, it actually looks like the high pressure is over E right now. Then it looks like we're going to get another bit of low pressure coming through, which is really going to tank that. Let me also overlay the winds here too. Oh yeah, yeah, look at that. That's actually a really good example. Is that you guys can see where those ISO bars are. Like you can see where they're really close together and then the winds pick up because of it. Yeah, I mean there's a pretty good correlation between rate of pressure drop and wind speeds. What's up, Mark? Nothing works right, Nicole. Yeah, for real. What about Bowling Green, Missouri for wind gust tomorrow? Let's see, isn't Bowling... Where's Bowling Green? I keep on forgetting where Bowling Green... I know where Bowling Green, Kentucky is. It's right here. Where's Bowling Green, Missouri? Isn't it like... Something's drawing me to the northeast. Here, let me just look it up. Bowling Green, Missouri. Ah, there it is. I knew it was northeast. Yeah, so some of the strongest winds are going to be like southwest Missouri tomorrow, but still definitely pretty strong. Let me see if I can find you guys. Here you go. So HRRR is kind of showing some gusts maybe in the 40s. Yeah, still going to be pretty gusty. Yeah, 40 mile an hour wind gusts or so. Could be possible, Mark. What's up, Sonia? Good to see you. But yeah, by far the heaviest of the winds is going to be like southwest Missouri, even like a little bit of northwestern Arkansas.
That's HRRR. Here, let's bring up like NAM.
Yeah, kind of also showing that area being the hot spot here too.
Yeah, definitely a little bit windy. What it looks like.
Dude, NAMNS or NAM NST. NAM 3K, same thing. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Actually, you know what? NAM 3K has some of the winds being a little bit stronger up north, but
I feel like that's really one of the only models that suggests that.
how's my evening been? It's been good. Been hanging in there. I've been pretty busy today. I've made 3 videos for my other channel earlier today, so I've been pretty busy with that. Made 3 videos, have one scheduled today, tomorrow, or had one for today, scheduled, already uploaded. Then one for tomorrow and day after, and then of course now I'm on this channel hanging out with you guys. So I've been pretty busy. Let's see here. See, it's always windy here. Could probably hang glide with the kite if it wasn't so. If I was so bad,
Roby. That's funny.
See, here in Florida, believe it or not, we don't really get windy that much unless there's like a hurricane. It's usually not that bad, you know, or some type of frontal system coming through. I mean, other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, but you guys, you know, in the main like continental part of the U.S., like, yeah, we get a lot of lows and highs that really build in. See, from a geography perspective, it's like, and a meteorology perspective, it's like this part of Florida, the peninsula that's sticking down, has a lot different weather than the continental part. Like, if it was up to me, I would consider this Florida and this like southern Georgia, southern Alabama extent. If it's up to, like I said, if it was up to me, that's what it would be. You know, because it's completely different. You know, because once you get below this line here, you know, you got direct influence from both the Gulf and the Atlantic. So it's like, you know, you have either a constant flow usually of the warm air from the waters rolling through, but typically you have like that continental flow coming down from up north, which, you know, keeps the northern sides of Florida a little bit cooler, which, you know, a good example is today, you know, like how it's supposed to get pretty cold out for northern Florida. Let's see. Mark says he had a tree branch come down yesterday, like 30, 40 mile an hour winds. Wow.
Yeah, it'll do it.
People fail to understand that, you know, even 30 mile an hour wind gusts can be pretty decent. Absolutely. What am I even doing here? Yeah, let's hop back to accumulated wind gusts here. So this is just winds over the next, like, while. Yeah, I mean, it looks like, you know, with that low, you know, building back in here, it looks like it's going to get pretty windy across some of the U.S., especially the Midwest, is from what it looks like.
NAM's a little aggressive.
Let's try HRRR. We'll do O Zulu run here. See what this is, what this shows. Here we go. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, not as significant as like what the NAM 3K was showing. I would much further trust the HRRR, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, kind of bottom line, it seems like we have a hot spot for these winds tomorrow, and it kind of seems like it's going to be across some of these areas here, like mostly southwestern Missouri, like northwestern Arkansas. The system is crazy. It really is. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a rare system, you know. It's not like you see this every day. You know, I can't really tell you last time I remember a system like this happening this early. I mean, this is like near record breaking, or this is record breaking for a lot of people. For me, it's near record breaking where I'm at, which, you know, for a lot of people, it actually is record breaking, which is pretty crazy.
But, you know, definitely not a common storm.
stuff like this you don't really see every day. Here, let me load up our wind speeds here. Got our nice little barbs there. Yeah, so you can kind of see where the flow of everything right now. So these are our wind barbs, kind of showing you which way the air is flowing and stuff. So right now the winds are, air is coming down from the north going to the south here. You can kind of see how everything's just kind of spreading out. All this air from up north is coming down. And then, of course, as we continue in time, eventually you can kind of see everything's going to slow down quite a bit. And then, like I said, eventually we'll even probably get some
northerly air advection there. Could maybe spark up some storms.
Like a week from now or so. Yeah, look at that. Like a week or so from now, you can start to see these little wind barbs kind of pull in a lot of that warmer air up from the Gulf into the country again, which could set us up for more storms and stuff, which we'll definitely look into. Right now SPC doesn't have anything showing severe weather or anything like that, but yeah, we were looking at the models here a little bit ago, which we'll show you guys again real quickly. Like the GFS, you can kind of see that instability building up there. Towards like Texas maybe, and maybe up towards like the Midwest here, kind of about a week or so from now. About a week out. That's 12 Zulu. Here's 18 Zulu, trends a little bit further north. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Let's see here. Roby says local weather saying that we will warm back up over the next couple of days. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be as cold. So right now we have this ridiculous cold front that's kind of rolled through here. And with that warm air advection we were actually just talking about here, you can kind of see this air feeding back into the country from the warmer waters down below. I mean, you can see, temperatures are going to come back up here. So, yeah, it'll definitely warm back up. Like I said, this is just kind of an anomaly. This doesn't really happen. These type of systems, they're really not common. Like something like this. This early anyways. During the winter months, it's different. But, early November, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I mean, we literally have freezing temperatures expected tonight in like central Florida, north central Florida, in early November. Like, wow, that's just pretty crazy. Let's see here. Over sat view. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of just see the whole front here. From satellite view. So like I was saying, our lower level winds are kind of doing something like this right now, and then our mid-level winds are actually kind of doing something like that. It's pretty weird. It's like I said, stacked like pancakes. The atmosphere is doing different things at different levels, and in the lower atmosphere it's kind of pushing out into the southeast, and the upper levels kind of riding that trough, kind of just doing a big old turn. Anyways, all right, everybody. I think I'm probably gonna roll off here. I need to get some sleep. I'm a little bit tired. I've been up for a while, so. But yeah, we'll keep you guys in the loop with everything. Nothing really big going on. We haven't really been streaming a whole lot lately because I've been pretty busy with other stuff. For one, been taking a break ever since Melissa. Plus, wanted to hop on here talk about this really crazy storm here tonight. This frontal system here. But, I mean, honestly, other than this, I mean, we'll have to watch out. I mean, I'll definitely be watching it. And if we get better confidence or whatever, and next week, possible severe weather setups here, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely keep you guys in the loop here. But between the last three models, there's a lot of, who and what, and yeah. So we'll figure it all out. Roby says, take care. Thanks for the update.
No problem. You're very, very welcome, my friend.
But, all right, everybody. Thanks for joining. You guys take care. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Yeah, we'll probably hop on again tomorrow. I'm not going to promise anything, but I'll definitely try to hop on tomorrow. Maybe talk about weather and stuff. So, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave a like on your way out. Be greatly appreciated. And, all right, everybody. Thanks for joining. You guys take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See you later, everybody.